Welcome to the Debt-Free Discovery. This is Michael Sokolik Jr., MSJR, financial coach, where we learn that all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Debt is dumb. Let's learn how to crush it, stay out of it, and never go back into it. We're going to learn how to give generously beyond your wildest imagination. These are all biblical principles that have stood up to the test of time. Get ready. This is the start of the Debt-Free Discovery.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Debt-Free Discovery. My name is Michael Sokolik Jr. and I'm a financial coach, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this video series or podcast series wherever you're listening or watching. This is the Critical Thinking series. So the critical thinking is not something that they teach in schools, and it's not something that every household teaches their children. So the great thing about this is that I'm not here to judge you, and I'm not here to throw the hammer down on you. I am here just to simply teach you a few things about critical thinking. I am not a professional when it comes to neuroscience and the brain and all that stuff. Like, that is not my skill set. However, as a human, I do understand behaviors because I have both good and bad behaviors. Now, when it comes to finances, I have had some bad behaviors. Yes, I can still have some bad behaviors. Everybody, I don't care how nerdy you are or how much of a saver you are, everybody has some sort of impulse purchasing that they do. Everybody does it. Don't tell me you don't. I will call you a liar because I'm sure you have bought something on impulse before. You've just been like, ooh, give it to me. All right? So we all suffer with that, which is why we're talking about critical thinking. I don't care how good you are. You always have to further your education when it comes to your thought process, which then turns into actions. So in the critical thinking series, step number 1 was to observe. This is where we make predictions or we take note of the situation that we're faced with. Of course, we're talking about finances. Then we analyze. That is step number 2. So now we're going to gather the facts, we're going to gather the information, and we're going to understand what it is, the decision that we're trying to make. Then we're going to work on step number 3, and that's today. It is inference. Whew. What? Inference. That is a weird word. Hold it right there. Grab my handy dandy notepad real quick so I can read you the definition of inference. It's actually really simple. So this is a paraphrase of the definition here. Is drawing conclusions based on relevant data, information, and personal knowledge and experience. So inference, all you're really doing is you're inferring something. Make sense? So all you're really doing here is you have observed, you've analyzed. Now it is time to draw yourself a conclusion. So what are you going to do to draw a conclusion based on the decision that you're trying to make? All right, so what I want to talk about now is the personal knowledge. Okay, so in the personal knowledge here, what we're trying to understand is that you have had some sort of an experience and you have some sort of personal knowledge about financial decision making because you're watching this video because you've probably been in debt. You maybe are in debt, maybe you are considering the debt snowball, maybe you're going through the debt snowball. Whatever stage of life that you're in, you have to take those personal experiences, that knowledge that you've built up through your decision making, and you've got to say, all right, I've observed, I've analyzed, I've been here before. Why do I want to make this purchase? Is it a credit card purchase? Why do you want to make that purchase? Remember, I can either pay this off or I can't. Well, I don't know if I can because I don't know if I'm going to live. I might die. Who knows? I might get in an accident and my income's gone. I don't know. You've analyzed. You've said, man, if I make this purchase and I know that I can't afford it, like, what's that interest rate going to do to me? What am I going to compound against myself? How is this going to affect my family? So you see what I'm saying? So you've observed, you've analyzed, now you're taking that personal knowledge and that personal experience that you've had, and you've got to draw a conclusion, buddy. Now, you have the choice to either go in debt or not. You have the choice to get out of debt or stay in it. You have the choice to make whatever purchase you want with cash or don't make that purchase. Now, just because you might be debt-free and you're using cash doesn't mean that this is a good purchase. Not every purchase is good. Just because you have cash doesn't make it right. We're talking about critical thinking here, guys. We got to stop all this foolish spending. Do you know, as a financial coach, the number one thing, I have yet to have a client who comes to me that does not say, I don't have a problem with food. I don't have a problem with buying food from a fast food restaurant or a restaurant at all. Do you know how many clients that I have that cook on a regular basis and forget the restaurants? Zero. I'm not against restaurants. I'm not against fast food. What I'm talking about is when your bill exceeds, your restaurant bill exceeds what you invest, there's a problem. When your restaurant bill exceeds what you're paying towards your debt to get out of it, there's a problem. When your restaurant outing bill is near a principal payment on a 15-year mortgage on a $120,000 loan, there's a problem. There's a major problem there. I don't know what your problem is, but that's for you to observe, for you to analyze, for you to infer a decision now. You have to draw a conclusion about what am I going to do from this day forward with these kinds of decisions. So impulse buying, you got to stop it. You've got to stop. You got to stand there and you got to critically think. Whether you're in debt or not, you have got to think. I'm starting to get really passionate right now. Now, this is something that not a lot of people do. We live in the richest country in the world when it comes to opportunity. People from all over the world move here for opportunity. What do Americans do? They piss it away in restaurants, fast food, sit-down restaurants. They piss it away on vehicles, upgrading their cars with all these rims and stereo systems and all this stuff. Now, I'm not against it. The problem is that is exceeding your investing. That is exceeding what you're paying towards your mortgage. It's exceeding the things that you're doing. That's where the problem lies. And that's where critical thinking is, ain't nobody got it. I'm telling you what. There are so many people I see. The statistics are unreal, what I see with people and their poor critical thinking skills. And that's why I'm so glad that you're tuned in today, because I want you to be better at critical thinking, at just thinking in general. Man, based on your decisions in the past, where are you financially? What kind of decisions are you going to make? What kind of conclusions are you going to draw today about the information that you've gathered, the experiences that you've been through, the knowledge that you know and understand about financial situations for your household? I overheard some kids at a high school basketball game last week. My daughter had a game and we were sitting there and I overheard these kids talking and they were showing each other a picture of their trucks. And these guys are in high school, man, maybe 15, 16 years old. And they're over there talking about, yeah, I'm going to get these rims right here. And I'm going to get those tires for it. And, well, I was thinking about painting it, but I'm probably going to live with that. And I'm going to tint the windows. And all I could think about was, oh my gosh, if these young men were putting that away in some sort of an investment, whether it was a 529 plan for them to go to college and further their education in maybe auto mechanics, I don't know, go to a trade school for that, or just investing that, like get with a financial planner and figure out what they could be doing with that, or just simply saving that money, right? As young men, but instead they're pissing it away on vehicles that are going to depreciate in value. These guys are going to get nothing back. And my heart just started breaking. I'm like, these guys have no clue. And it sounds like their parents ain't teaching them either. I'm just sitting here baffled, completely baffled, speechless almost. So the whole point of critical thinking, y'all, is to observe the situation, gather an analysis of what am I doing? Draw a conclusion about what you're going to do in your financial situation. Stop making stupid choices. Stop making stupid financial choices and start making the right choices. This country is too rich to have so many poor people living paycheck to paycheck, to have so many poor people in debt. My name is Michael, and this is the Debt-Free Discovery, and I hope that you get to take something away from this today. Today is step 3 of critical thinking, and that's inference. So again, the Debt-Free Discovery on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify podcast. We're also on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So be sure to check it out. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Debt-Free Discovery. We'll see you around the block.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Debt-Free Discovery. Don't forget that diligent hands will rule, that laziness ends in slave labor. We hope that you learned something today that you can take with you for the rest of your life. Remember, debt is dumb. Don't forget to crush it, stay out, and never go back in. Also, give generously. It's not yours to keep. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Debt-Free Discovery.